Good afternoon, Gary, and welcome to Caribbean American Passport. We are introducing this new Meet the Candidate series, and we're just asking you to tell us a little bit about who you are, where you're tuning in from, what you're running for, why folks should vote for you.
Okay, well, thanks for having me. I appreciate the call. Sorry for the weird camera angle. We had some weird technical difficulties, so I'm trying to do this from my phone. I am a first-time candidate. I have not run for office before. I got motivated to get into politics and to throw my hat in the ring because I view this election as probably the most consequential of my lifetime. I started out swinging for the fences. I was running for the 4th Congressional District. I was going to primary LaShonda Holloway, who I fully support, and running for the 4th Congressional seat. You have to learn a lot when you do this, and it was becoming very clear to me that I had too much runway and not enough time, and I was going to basically wind up helping the Republican and hurting LaShonda, and I didn't want to do that. So I dropped out and endorsed LaShonda, and I wish her well. I hope that she can displace Aaron Bean. Strangely enough, I wound up, after I dropped out of the race, the party approached me and wanted me to run for House District 15 because it was going to be unopposed. Okay. And my opponent, Dean Black, is not only does the House District 15 kind of overlay Congressional District 4, but my opponent is very much cut from the same cloth. He's a fairly extreme Republican, chose the party line, no originality. It's things he represents a lot of things that I find very offensive in modern day politics. The divisiveness, the performative politics and the social warfare and all that. I'm just absolutely delighted in the energy that's in the Democratic Party right now. I was at the Unity rally last night, and it really is. I'm so glad that the Democrats are taking back. They malign us so badly in terms of they question our patriotism and they'll question
religious beliefs and all of that stuff. Yeah.
Oh, right. Like there are no Christian Democrats, or it's offensive to me. And part of the reason why I got involved was that I want to see this. I want to see, when at that Unity rally last night, there was real patriotism on display, not some weird cult of personality. This was real, authentic patriotism, people looking forward, people having optimism and hope. And it really, it was good for the soul. It was good to see. I was very proud. And I got, it was just a really, really great evening. But I got involved. Project 2025 is something that I think all Americans need to be very concerned about. There's a lot of gaslighting going on saying that, Donald Trump has nothing to do with that. And that's ridiculous. It's literally written by people from his administration.
Yes.
By the Heritage Society, which his entire playbook is taken from them. Trump has no real policy positions. He just takes stuff directly from the Heritage Foundation and tries to.
Yeah.
And my opponent actually in his advertising, he says, I have the full faith and confidence of Donald Trump. And I'm like, really? That's, I would say that in a quarter will get you a cup of coffee, but really what it'll get you, the full faith and confidence of Donald Trump will get you a prison sentence. So, so I got involved because I don't think, people who enable the Trump administration, people who stand by quietly while they watch laws and tradition and norms being flouted, I just couldn't take it anymore. So I'm putting my hat in the ring and doing my bit to try to help protect democracy. Democrats are patriotic people. We do believe in the Constitution, and right now, we're floundering. This is not a time for anybody to be on the couch. Everybody needs to get out and get the vote out and protect our country.
I love it. I'm so happy to see first-time candidates, newer candidates, and one of the reasons that I took this position on this side that we need to just do this series is because I felt like when I got out, there were so many people who didn't understand anything to do with politics and voting, and so we wanted to make sure they understood. Number one, find out what you're interested in as a person, and then come and find the candidates that share your position and advocate and push that. And that's really how this works. And so I am happy that you even went a step further and you put your hat in the ring, because this is not for the faint. And we want to make sure that people get out and vote once you guys put in the hard work, because there's nothing like you putting in that hard work and the voters not turning out. It's discouraging, right?
Right. Well, and it is, I will say this hands down, it's the weirdest thing I've ever done. At 60 years old, you think that you know a few things, but I'm learning some new things about politics and the way that things work. And while there's a large degree of strangeness to it, there's also, it's very affirming. Like last night when you're at the Unity rally, and that room is full of people who got off their couches, they went out there and they stood and they cheered. And it's a wonderful thing to see. I like being around people who, when they see a problem, they don't just complain. They get off their couch, they get out and they start doing things. And the volunteers, and it's a very affirming thing.
That's so true. And I tell people too, the rock stars are the ones who go door to door and volunteer through every campaign to get those voters out, because that is one of the hardest things too. And we need
Especially in Florida.
those rock stars in Florida.
It's
Yes,
hot out here.
it's hot. It is hot, but I have a few friends who go door to door every campaign season and try to get that vote. Gary, tell us how we could follow you and find you.
So my website is GaryMcManus.com. I have a campaign Facebook page. I'm a pretty prolific Facebook poster, mainly because I'm so concerned about this election. And those are kind of the main ways. GaryMcManus.com is pretty easy to remember, and I'm pretty easy to reach through the website.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in with us. We'll actually be coming back to you for another chance to hear you speak. I know tomorrow we actually have debates, like a whole event for debates, and so after that, we'll reach out and see if we could get you on maybe Wednesday or Thursday, so you could tell us the what's happening in that Jacksonville area, and keep our community engaged with you so they get to know you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And if you can get the debate going, that'd be great. We've been trying. My opponent has no interest in debating me because he doesn't want to raise my profile. So that is something I would like to see change. That should just be a requirement. You shouldn't be able to say no to a debate.
It really should be. And sometimes it helps with a lot of news media calling for a debate. I've been on the other side with a candidate and it just didn't happen. So let's see what we could do to help you out. At least if we get you enough coverage, they'll have to come on and debate you any which way. So that's what we'll look at doing.
Well, I welcome the opportunity. People have a right to know.
Absolutely. Thanks, Gary.
Thanks, Gwinnett.